I just built what is possibly the best starter space I could ever imagine. However, once you're done with your starter space, you have to build a mega base. You may notice that this house is quite unique, from custom trees and nice little details underneath, to small vehicles like this little tractor, and that is a concept which I would love to bring over to my mega base, building realistic houses based on memories. More about that later. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching, my goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers hopefully this year, so if you're watching, click the like button because it's literally free to do. Thank you! However, before I can build the first place, there's a slight problem. You see, the area I claimed is on top of this massive lake. The reason I wanted to have this lake is because I wanted to stay close to spawn, and let's just say, spawn is very close. Now obviously there's a reason why I wanted a big lake. Well, I'm using the lake to build my own custom terrain on top of, so it's time to start explaining what the nether portals are all about, because nether portals are very important for this base. Okay, a quick word. So, unfortunately, I didn't record any of the terrain building, but I am going to summarize how I did it and what I did. Frederick, stay here, mate. And since we didn't have access to the end yet, we still do not because the server works with quests, I came up with this simple thing, putting a boat on a leash, going on a horse, just filling up my inventory as full as I could, and just moving by a boat and a horse. This moved both quicker and more efficient. But to put in perspective how much dirt I actually needed, let's go through this portal all the way over here, over at the mountain. This place is 10,000 blocks away to avoid disrupting any terrain near any mega bases. Oh, and do you think this was it? No, there's a second area. Let's go there too. But yeah, this is where I got all of my 90,000 blocks of dirt. But obviously, all of that dirt was mine for a purpose, and yeah, I built my own custom terrain, so here it is. It's in fact so insane that it's not fitting in my render distance. And I know that this is a huge jump from pretty much nothingness, from an empty lake to this. So you're probably wondering, how did I do this, why did I do this, and why am I need to sleep. But in total, this entire area, which is about 180,000 blocks, took me a good solid 2.5 weeks to build. And it feels insane that I'm only putting a small portion of it in the video. It is also currently a massive mob spawner. But yeah, let's just have a look. So I've got outlines for buildings and I didn't fill in with the dirt. You're probably noticing that it's 2 layers thick, which might look like a lot of work for absolutely no reason. However, this is just the terrain. You can see I've still got to make buildings, and buildings require pathways. And since it's built on top of a lake, if I would dig out the dirt, I would probably fall into the lake and all of my stuff would be gone. So I built a second layer of wood. The reason I went for wood is because I only had to chop down a portion of the trees, since you get 4 planks from a single log, and it's not insta-mine with a shovel or pickaxe. But I did save you one very cool time-lapse, one which I hope you will like. Dirt turning into green grass. I figured to take this time to explain what my mega base will be, so if you feel the need, you can skip through. It is inspired by the 1950s, and to make good memories, you have to grow up in the 1950s, meaning you'd be in your teenager in 20 years. Or in other words, people who have memories of life in the 1950s are in between 85 and 95 years old. Therefore, within the next decade, we could expect every memory of the 1950s to be completely erased. So I am basing my megabase off of interviews. This megabase is a project representing life in the 1950s according to memories of people who lived back then. I know I've been yapping a lot right now, and I hope you're still watching, but I'll promise you that next episode will be a lot more entertaining than this one is. It's just, I've got to explain a lot since it's just the start of my megabase, alright? Anyway, there's another member on this server I haven't shown in any of my videos before, and I kind of feel sad because he's a really chill guy, so let's go and meet Niko. hello.
What's up?
I haven't actually really checked my shops. Oh, by the way, I've done something very weird armor-wise. I kind of regret my choices, okay? So, do you know what I did?
What?
You know how the colors of armor trim work? Do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. You put. Did you put netherite as a trim?
Yes.
Why?
I wanted to be different, and I went to an ancient city and found the silence trim, and no one was buying the silence trim, so I figured, you know what, I'm not gonna waste those diamonds, so I just used it on my armor, and
Oh no.
I highly regret it. I don't like the look. Like, it's okay without a chestplate, so I assume eventually when we do have Elytra, it shall be alright, but yeah, it's one of my biggest regrets.
I mean, how time did it take you to get that netherite?
That only took about like 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, really? Damn. I'm terrible at mining netherite. You should see the hole that I dug.
I explode stuff with beds. I'm quickly. Oh my days! What? Oh, I own you for 5. Wait a minute! I was checking my shop and people, you're not the only one. Purple has said I own you 5 diamonds.
You own.
Look at the stone.
Oh.
Someone just
So
took.
dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I ended up scrapping my last video. I wasn't satisfied with it. I kind of fell into the hall of numbers. I wasn't satisfied with anything. But I just got upset and deleted the video.
No.
Yeah, so, and then I went on a big break, and I really regret it. It's hard to get back into content creation now.
Do you have any easy XP, by the way?
Besides villages, no.
No? Okay. All good. Okay, I'll see you around, eh?
Yeah, bye-bye. Anyway, after we met Niko, let's start building our first actual house on this mega base. And I've chosen for this one because it is one I have prepared in advance because I knew I would be losing a lot of time on this terrain. Once again, I literally spent 2.5 weeks on this terrain, and I still need to make a house, and I need to edit a video, which probably will take me an additional week or 2. So I'm gonna be very late on this video. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Yeah, it actually happened. Flashback actually crashed on me mid-recording. That was very annoying because the entire video was supposed to be about that one house. I know right now it probably looks very undetailed, but I've still got to finish it. The interior isn't going to be for today's episode, so I'm not gonna lie, this house has been built kind of to fill in time on the video. It's just I designed a few houses already, just in case I've got videos like this where I don't know what to do or hit a creative block, when I can just go on and build those little houses I've prepared. And that's just what's happened today, and the interior is going to be for other videos because I have yet to plan out the interior. So this is why I'm expecting today's episode to be a bit worse as the others. Watch this, by the way. There are some signs on that house that make it look a lot better. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, the signs add a lot of detail in it. Yes, I did wax all of them. I know people will edit them all elsewise. Let's say hello to Oakley. But these banners, the idea behind them is to make shutters. So, what do I want? Do I want this one on here? They're not perfect. I feel like the stripes in the middle are too thick, so I might just finish that up a little bit later. But that's the current idea I've got for the shutters, and I also want to name this house, which is why there's about 4 bone blocks in the middle of that area. Because I do want to give this house a little name, and I'm thinking about Tower Side, but that's way too long. So, I don't know. I've got to figure out a name. I just want to point out once more, this video is a mess. I don't know what I've been recording. It's been so long. I've just spent way too much time on this terrain, and it's so unfortunate I decided not to record anything about that because it took so much time and it took the majority of time that I needed for this video. But yeah, I'm going on vacation in just a couple of days, so that's why I'm not really gonna do a lot of building anymore. I'll probably do the shutters and that will be it. The rest of the video is just gonna be interactions with people on the multiplayer server. Oh, he's already gone. Anyway, yeah, what I was gonna say, the rest of the video, probably going to aim for 5 minutes. It will probably be just interactions I've recorded over the past couple of weeks. Because interactions are fun, I usually record all of them, because you never know when something very silly is going to happen. But yeah. Really cool. Red, purple. Is that blue? I think it's blue. Is that purple? Hello. Oh, hello. Why do I get jump scared so easily? I'm having my investigation and I'm interviewing every member. There's something which happened. If you look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And that's not the only thing. You remember my pool, right?
Uh-oh. Oh no. Someone did it.
I mean, it was.
Not surprised that someone did
It was inevitable, was it?
I mean, at least you can actually swim in it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like this. This will probably be the end of the diamonds. This is exactly how I left everything.
That's a lot of effort to, like, that's a screenshot and, like...
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. You don't know about a tractor.
No, I don't.
But you do understand why I'm blaming you for the main suspect.
I mean, it's next to my base.
It's next to your base, you were online.
Hey, quick question. Did they get the iron bar, or the iron bar right? Did whoever do that actually, like, get the iron bar right?
How important is that for you?
I'm just curious. I'm just, you know.
So
I'm just
you're
curious.
just curious about a very specific thing on front of the tractor?
Well, because I noticed that it's not oriented normally, you know. So did they do it right?
It is set right.
Well, that person must have a wonderful sense of accomplishment. Well, it wasn't.
I don't know, just everything. The fact you were online the single night when it went missing. The fact you mentioned the iron bars. Who would mention the iron bars? Who else would do that?
I was just curious.
See,
this is how you know that it wasn't me, because if it were me, I would have.
That is true. My mind is going all places because I was pretty much convinced it was you, but now you're generally giving me evidence it might not have been you. Either it was you anyway, or it's just someone who really knows how to frame people.
Possibly.
Because,
or both.
Oh, both, yeah. So you're saying it could be you and you could be trying to frame people. That's basically what you just said.
It could be me. It could, in fact, be me. It's not, but it could be.
Look in the water.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen that, right?
Oh, I see it now.
Oh, okay. So, where were you at the point the tractor went missing?
Not too sure. I don't really know when it went missing.
Are you being honest? I'm still looking for the one who did this.
Yes, I would never lie under oath.
Let the arrow we'll let the arrow decide.
See, it looks like it decided.
You moved. You moved. You
No.
went. So, did someone?
Are
Yeah,
you
has
the
it
one?
blow your tractor out on the water?
Are you the one who actually put your tractor out there, and you're trying to frame us? Is that what's
No.
happening?
Are you
No.
trying to cause drama so that you
I
can...
wouldn't
do
do
that.
so you can,
Is anyone of
that
you?
prank
But
everyone?
he was interrogating me yesterday.
Yeah.
He interrogated me earlier.
I wouldn't tell you about the things that were happening if I did it.
Kind
What?
of weird that there were diamond blocks in her house. I'm just saying.
I think I interrogated the majority of people who could have done it. I've interrogated you, I've interrogated Purple and Steph.
The blazing one.
So,
But
you know
he
what?
doesn't get on
They
unless
kinda-
you stream.
You know what? Let me just have a quick word with the viewers. Apparently, I am one of the options too, so you can vote me too. Okay, so for the investigation, I'm going to rely on your help. You're gonna have to decide who you think is most suspicious. This is the list in order what I think. So we've got Purple and Oakley up front, and that is because it's both such a thing they would do, and both have been online. But Purple, his answers they just don't match up to an innocent person, in my opinion. Next up, we've got Blaze, because if there would be proof Blaze would have been online, I would have just guaranteed it was Blaze. Then we've got Aurora, and then we've got Maris, and then we've got Steph. The reason I put Steph here is because, well, she just doesn't seem to think about such. And then we've got Squat Mama, because she told me, and she genuinely seems innocent somehow. I don't think she would be doing that. And obviously, last place is myself, because the others think I should be able to be voted too. So, yeah, let me know who you think is the one who's doing this, and we'll see if there's going to be a little war. Okay, so I'm going to end off today's episode, but I did want to show you the final result of the exterior so far. Obviously, it's still a work in progress, but I added on the shutters, I thinned out the line a bit, and instead of a name, I decided to put 1920 on there. I often see that all the houses put a date or year when they were built, and I'm inspired by the 1920s for this house. Don't forget, the entire project is, as I say, in the 1950s, but obviously in the 1950s, there's still going to be houses from the 20s and even older. So yeah, that's what this house is supposed to be. I hope it does set the idea for this entire area a bit, what I'm going for. And I hope that you're seeing the potential of it. And you know what? If you do see potential in this channel too, you should subscribe. And with that said, I hope to see you in the next one. So, bye bye!